Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They tear their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson. I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel it. Rappers, so they disappointed. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spit, and I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jake. So I walk. We gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do baby, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't no who got this gun, it's no who gon' up their fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chains. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. Bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with that angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified rubber ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. Get a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR 223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip pull a limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Why I bust your ass in the temple? We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. You scoring more nigga walk down my road. But nigga come down my road. Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck his ass like a cat. All weapons. Boys full of tech, boy like a close comeback. They got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk back every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on this for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers. He got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business, this loyalty. Sitting in mansions, I'm just grinding for my time. That the game, Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal with death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. In the photo, salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, say she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
Good night. Yeah, beats. You already know who it is. They say the man with the 45, he beat with the man with the rifle, huh? Man, it ain't about what sword you got, it's about the man with the sword, you dumb fuck. Get your shit together. Hey, war. Killing
be kid, boy, I'm a menace. I call it down, but it's still in me. Tool at your head, boy, like a dentist. These boys rainbow, yeah, they feel me. How can I show love to my enemy? I know these boys out trying to get me. It's a man down, but it ain't me. Whoa. Killer be kid, boy, life is war. Come around the corner and I'm looking slow. I'm talking my prayer like it up close. I bring their heads off with the sword. Bring that bit back to the Lord. I bring that bit back to the Lord. Yeah, I bring that bit back to the Where's the bitches? I got my take up like I'm sick. Yeah, I took the decision. I made my mind up like I'm sleeping. Hey, I'm 15, yeah. I cause a commotion, my tit looking miss like new potion. She got a demotion, rub on her, I need some lotion. I stroke on her ocean, slow motion. Now I'm exploding. I cause a collision, I'm too high like foreign train mission. Yeah, I'm sipping. I see your motherfucking vision. These boys keep talking that bitch and I pull up like bitches. Like, where the brand and understand that I slap on the top of my enemies. Yeah, I already said that. Halo is head, yeah, but don't take my comments for weakness. Yeah, I get it, I got it. I'm faster for I'm my own pilot. I don't need no stylist. Roll up on me and you drop it. We can do the straight hand like I'm coming. I mean, high. I got that body hot lava. It's lava, my silence a problem. Red out and stocking. Just know I've been under something. I look at you, boy, you ain't nothing. I be like, whoa. Killer be kid, boy, I'm a menace. I call it down, but it's still in me. Tool at your head, boy, like a dentist. These boys rainbow, yeah, they feel me. How can I show love to my enemy? I know these boys out trying to get me. It's a man down, but it ain't me. Whoa. Killer be kid, boy, life is war. Come around the corner and I'm looking slow. I'm talking my prayer like it up close. I bring their heads off with the sword. Bring that bit back to the Lord. I bring that bit back to the Lord. Yeah, I bring that bit back to the She asked me what I do, I'm always busy. I say I'm getting my weight up, obesity. She wanna come around and wanna visit. She talk
Hey, so which one's blind? All right, everybody clap it up. All right, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, Barakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Al-Tabah, Shem Yahweh, to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in the Commander Junior Hana. And since 1969, we've been teaching that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And of course, today is the Wednesday biblical law class, and we're going to be talking about the importance or the man's purpose, the black man's purpose. Because a lot of people miss, they don't understand what the black man's purpose is in the world. Right now, you got a lot of black men who don't know their own purpose on the earth. We don't know our purpose on the earth. Well, to find out the purpose on the earth, you got to go back into these records, into the Bible, where it tells you the records or the what the black man's purpose is. Like this Bible has great information. It has all the information we need to survive, all the information we need to be a whole nation, to have our identity. We go back into these records, into this Bible, it gives us our identity, everything. It tells us how to live, all of it. And if you want to know how to be, what your purpose is as a black man, you got to go into this Bible, because it tells you what your purpose is, black man. And what you got to do is you got to come up in the Isupk and find out your purpose. You know, find out your purpose, because right now a lot of brothers are out here roaming around with no purpose, out here, going around and smoking weed and doing whatever they want with no purpose. But black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have a purpose that the Lord gave you. You have a purpose. Well, without these men to live up to their purpose, you now get households that are destroyed. Like here today in America, a lot of these households are destroyed because we don't have a strong black man who knows his purpose and knows his role in the household. And this is the effects of it. This is the effects of not having a strong black man that knows his role in the household. Look at this. No, give me. So it says a 29-year-old, it's like 29-year-old mother who left children alone while on a cruise has done it before. Oh shoot, has done it before. Well, hold on. Yeah, it says mom accused of leaving two young children home alone for days to go on a cruise. This is from ABC News. Something on here. I'm gonna read the one on. So it says a Texas mother has been arrested after allegedly leaving her two young children home alone for days to go on a cruise court record show. Lakeisha Williams, 29, of Houston, has been charged with abandoning a child with intent to return, a felony, according to a criminal complaint. Now, this woman went off, because this woman went off to go enjoy her time on a cruise, leaving her children at home, not caring about her children. See, this is why we need strong black men in the household, because a woman living by herself and raising children by herself, she's not going to care for the children. She's going to more so focus on her own needs, on her own happiness. A lot of these women in the world, they're only focused on their happiness. I mean, they're more focused on being happy and getting their own needs instead of really worrying about their own children. They'll forget about their children to go focus on their happiness, to be happy. And that's something a man won't do. That's why we need strong men in the household. That's why we need strong black men, because strong black men who know their purpose and is not going to leave their household. They're not going to focus on themselves and care about their happiness. They're going to suffer for their people. They're going to suffer for their children and their family, just like brothers here in the Isupk. Brothers here in the Isupk, we suffer for our families. We will leave and go, and we will fight for our nation. We will be unalived for our people, because that's how much we care about our people and our families. That's how much we want to protect our families. We will unalive ourselves to protect our families. We will go out in danger to protect our families. That's why it's so important to have a strong black man in the household, strong black men in your nation who knows his role, who knows his purpose. This is a woman at the apartment complex reached out to law enforcement to request a wellness check because the neighbors were worried about the children's safety, according to the complaint. Deputies conducted a welfare check on Tuesday, 5 days after Williams allegedly left, and found an 8-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl alone in the apartment. The complaint stated the apartment was in complete disarray, with trash and food strewn about and a very potent smell of urine, the complaint stated. The children reportedly told police that their mother left them on April 4th to go on a vacation on a cruise, and they did not know when she would return, the complaint stated. What are you doing? This is why we need strong black men in the household, good families to be able to watch over our children, to raise up our children. This is why we need women to, hey, go back inside, go get out of the garage. This is why it's so important that we raise up strong blacks, Hispanic, and Native American men and women. This is why it's so important that we come back and follow our culture, because without it, man, we out here doing any foul thing. We out here doing all these crazy things, leaving our children behind to enjoy peace. We've got it completely backwards on how to raise a family. We don't even know how to raise a family nowadays, because we've fallen after our oppressors on how to raise a family. And we've fallen after every other nation how to raise a family. And we leaving our children behind. We need strong men in the house to be able to raise up good families. Strong men who put aside their pride and then their joy to be able to protect their nation. Put aside their happiness to be able to protect their people. And that's what's being raised here in Isupk. Men who will go out and be and unalive, or go out through danger and be unalived to protect their families. Read the scripture. The I'm gonna get book of Mark chapter 3 and verse 27. It says, can enter no man can enter into a strong man, spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Like, you can't go into a strong man's house and spoil his goods. What are his goods? His goods are his children, his wife. Those are his children, and his wife are his goods. You can't go into a strong man's house and take over and destroy his goods. You can't go over and confuse his wife or confuse his children with all the religions and everything that are in the world. If there's a strong man in the way, you can't do that. But first, you would have to bind the strong man. Bind the strong man is exactly what our oppressors did back in the day. Exactly what our oppressors did. They would go out and they would take the strongest men, and they would go out and tie them and do foul things to them. They would do foul things to them to show all the other people that if you came up against me, this would happen to you too. Because our oppressors, they were foul. They were very foul. But it says, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Now, you first got to bind the strong man. Without that strong man to be there, a man that knows his purpose, you can definitely spoil the goods. A woman who is raising children by herself, she can definitely be spoiled. She can definitely be spoiled. And that's what's happening here in America. You have a lot of these women who are living alone, trying to do it themselves without a strong man in the household. And they're being spoiled. They're being destroyed. They're being tricked. They're being confused. That's what's happening in the world right now. A lot of these women. I don't know. But no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Like, these men are not here just to play around. Like, our men have a purpose on the earth. We have a purpose, and that's to protect our families, to protect our nation, to do the duties of the Most High, to do what the Most High wants us to do. And let's keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Our children, our women. That's one of the purposes that our men are here for. Protect our nation. But without strong men, how can we protect our women? How can we protect our goods? How can we protect our children? That's why it's important we have strong men who know their purpose on the earth. That's why it's so important. Yes. Both men and women need each other. They definitely most need each other. I mean, the Lord have set men and women. He set them to have a purpose and a position that they have to play. And right now, Black Hispanics and Native, we are completely out of whack right now. We're out of the roles that we are supposed to be playing. We're out of the role. We're not fulfilling our purpose. We're out here doing whatever it is that we want to do that the Lord did not, tell us to do. But the strength and dominance and reputation of the Most High is in the man, though. It's in the man. It's in the man. Like it's not in the woman. The reputation of the Most High is in the man. Let me get the scripture. It's going to be Numbers chapter 27 and verse 16. It says, "Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation." Which, verse 17, verse 17, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd. I mean, so in this, the scripture, Moses was leading the children of Israel out of Egypt. I mean, we've always had a man that was over us to lead us out of destruction. And just like today, we have men that go out and prophesy and warn our people that destruction is coming. You have men that go out on the streets and sacrifice their lives to let you know that destruction is coming. These men here in the Isupk, brothers here in the Isupk, we come out and we let you know that what's going to happen is destruction. And we are warning you. We are sounding the alarm for you to come and serve the Lord. Come and repent so that you don't receive the judgment. Come out of this place so that you don't receive the judgment. And it's our men, all these men coming out to warn you. Not women. Like, you got women in the Christian church. They're not warning you about anything. They're telling you to forgive your oppressors. You got women in the Christian church who are pastors or telling you that, oh, no, we got to forgive everybody. We got to love everybody. When the Most High was not telling you to forgive everybody. He wasn't telling you to forgive your oppressors. He was telling you to forgive your brothers, but not your oppressors. He was telling you not to follow after your oppressors. But, the Christian church is telling you, the women in the Christian church telling you to follow after your oppressors. That everything here in America is good. When in reality, everything here in America is set to destroy you. And that's what I mean by when we don't have strong men that are in the households. I mean, are good to, go out and do these evil things. That everything here in America is good. It's good to go out and shake your tail on the corner, so long as you make money. When those things are in fact evil. Those are evil according to the Most High. Because now we have lost our morals and we have lost our way because we are so out of whack, so out of order. But the Lord set a man over the congregation. He didn't set a woman over the congregation. Every story in the Bible, you see a man that is set over the congregation. You don't see women that are set over the congregation telling the people where to go. You see a man that the Lord set over the congregation, leading the people out of destruction. You see a man set over the congregation, leading the people out of captivity, like Moses. The Lord ordained Moses over the congregation to lead the people out of Egypt. Not a woman, not Miss Deacon or Miss what's some Christian or Miss St. Louis or whatever, but he ordained a man. He ordained a man to be able to lead the people out of destruction, out of Egypt. See, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American men, you are the leaders of this nation. You're the leaders of this nation. But if you don't know your purpose, how can you be a leader? How can you be a leader if you're over here smoking weed and crack and cocaine and all that? You're out here doing all these different drugs and everything. How can you be a leader? If you're sitting down, being lazy, doing absolutely nothing. trying to come up with conspiracy theories. You're over about worried about trying to get if the earth is flat when that doesn't even matter. You've never been off the earth or to the moon or anything. That doesn't help you. But what does help you is this Bible coming in here and learning your purpose to be able to better help your nation, because your people are still struggling. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, your people are still in the ghettos. That's what's going to be able to help us. That's what we need. We need strong men who are able to be leaders over the congregation. That's what we need. We need strong men who can lead their people out of this destruction that we are in, out of this captivity that we are in right now, because we are definitely in captivity. We're in captivity, suffering, going through time. You know our people are suffering. But don't worry, this captivity is almost over. No lie. It's almost over. It's coming to an end. And you can see it through the destruction of Babylon, the destruction of America. But the one great problem is the Christian church has feminized the Bible, has feminized both the men and the Most High. It's feminized them. Now, whenever everybody goes and goes into the to seek the Most High, or to go and seek to get answers from the Bible, they go to the Christian church and they end up seeing a woman over them. And they go and see a man in a tie and a suit wearing pink or purple, or a man with a dress on. That's what they go and they see now. And now everybody looks at a woman or a feminine man and thinks, oh, Christ is in them, that the Most High is with them. Because you got all these feminine, Christian pastors who are out here preaching, so-called preaching the word of God. And everybody thinks that's where God is. Everybody thinks that's where the Most High is, when that's not where the Most High is. The Most High is with men who know their role and know their purpose on the earth. And that is here in the Isupk. But you go to the Christian church, they're going to have you confused thinking that the Most High is a woman. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Like, the Lord is a man of war. He's not a woman. You got people out here believing that the Lord is some woman. He's a man of war. he's a man of war, not some woman. I mean, earlier in the Bible, when Moses, when the Most High was first established, he established his relationship with the nation of Israel as he said his reputation straight. He said it as a man of war. He's a man of war. Lord is not about hugs and kisses. He's not about coming together and loving everybody, which is what the Christian church teaches. I mean, it sounds sweet and everything, but that's not true. Lord is not about hugs and kisses and about loving and coming together and holding hands with everybody. The Lord is a man of war. He's a man of war. I mean, he said he brought up, Egypt or brought up Pharaoh so that he could show his power in thee. That doesn't sound like a man who is all about hugs and kisses. That sounds like a man who is about war and is about business. The Bible says the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. It's a man of war. It's about war, not peace and hugs and kisses. So we can't listen to your Christian church and your Christian pastor when they come out and tell you that the Lord is a man of, he's a man of hugs and kisses and of all loving and, kisses, and you would never hurt a fly. That's not true. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is about battle. He's a man of battle. He likes to battle. He likes to go to war. It's about competition, not about competition of hugs and kisses. He's about to prove superiority, to prove who is superior, which is him. I mean, you can't forget about the things that the Most High has done. I mean, then at one point in time, the Lord destroyed the whole earth. You telling me that's a man of hugs and kisses? That's a man who loves everybody? If someone's lying, it's definitely the Christian church. He destroyed the whole earth at one point in time, destroyed every firstborn of all the babies in Egypt, of our oppressors, or of our enemies. That doesn't sound like a man who's all about hugs and kisses. But that's what your Christian church teaches. That's what your Christian church teaches. And that's why it's so important that you get up out of that Christian church. So important you get out of there. Because a lot of our people are fooled. Like, a lot of our goods are spoiled. A lot of our people have learned, all these other religions and believing that the Lord loves everybody when he doesn't. I mean, the Christian church presents a God that's, or someone who is feminine. They present the Most High as feminine, to be all about love and hugs and kisses. I mean, look what they did to the image of Christ. They presented him to be about all hugs and kisses. Like, he would never hurt a fly. But that's not true. The Most High is a man of war. Right. And then they present him to be all, loving and hugging and crying, whining, and a man who is just feminine. That's a feminine man. But that's not the Lord. The Lord is a man who is bold, who is loud, who is all about war, who is all about the protection of his nation or his people. The Lord is about a man who wants to protect his people that he chose, showing them who's in charge. I mean, the Most High is a man. He's not your grandma. He's not Auntie Jamae on the corner or Auntie Jamae in the church. That's not who he is. He's a man of war, like the scripture says. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Like, most black people think that the Most High relates to, relates to the Christian woman, because there's mostly women in the Christian church. It's full of women. Thinking that you got people thinking that the Lord's with them, that the Lord's in there with all that singing and all love and hugs and kisses. No. A battle. I mean, what it's not all about kisses and about loving everybody. It's not. It's not what he's about. What was it? Hmm. I'm gonna tell you something, black Hispanics and Native Americans. Without a strong man, don't have a purpose and can't protect that nation, we become to be in mourning, like the scripture says. It says, Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the power of Jerusalem is gone up. Judah, like America, going through poverty, oppression, because we're mourning. We're going sadness and going through all these addictions and poverty. We're being unalived, everything. We're going through it right now in mourning because we don't have a strong black man to be able to, you know what? It says, Judah mourneth and the gates thereof languished, because the gates thereof languished. The gates thereof languished. Our gates, they're destroyed. Our leaders, our strong black leaders, lead us, be able to keep us. They lead to captivity, to destruction. They destroy them. They destroy us. They destroy us. You're a Christian pastor out here eating off your back. A strong black leader that'll protect our nation. We need strong gates in the community, not weak gates. Gates that fall whenever Isupk. Leaders who are willing to unalive themselves, or to be unalive to protect their people. I mean, they need leaders to be able to protect their people. That's what we need. The gates of their language, they are weak. They are fallen. Our gates and our leaders have fallen. We have no protection. So now all these other nations are coming and preying off of us. They oppress us. Our oppressors are oppressing us right now. We don't have leaders to be able to protect us. Our oppressors. It destroys us further. Man, what happened to the gates? What happened to these leaders? Leaders sold out to the white men. Like I said, they tell them everything. They tell them all our weaknesses. Our leaders are against us. We have strong leaders. It's so important that with strong black men who know their purpose and their role to be able to protect our people, to protect our nation. It's like how long is it going to take for our people who are going through all this oppression? How long is it going to take for our people to change? It's going to take you to realize that your person, you're going to have to go and walk by the cries of your people. Until the young people are going through oppression. It's going to take a change to be able to fix your community. How long are you going to sit there and do nothing about it? How long are you going to sit there and do nothing about your people's poverty? How long are we going to sit there and do nothing? How long until we change? Because right now, a lot of our people are just ignoring the oppression that our people go through. We're ignoring all the things that our people go through. How long are we going to sit there and ignore all the things that our people go through? How long are we going to sit there and let our people mourn and go through destruction and be picked on and eaten off of? How long are we going to sit there and let that happen? That's why we need strong black men who will be able to lead. That's why we need strong black men who can be able to lead. Look at Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 31. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord God. The Lord is saying the flock of his pasture are men. He's calling the men to rebuild this nation. And that's why we come out and we teach our people. We come out and we try to rebuild our nation to gather our people, like the scripture says. Gather together, O nation not desired. The people who are thrown out and not desired, that nobody wants, that nobody cares about, that everybody bullies, that everybody looks down upon. Those people, these men that the Lord wants and is calling out, which is the men here in the Isupk, who are men and know their purpose, are going out and calling their people to gather together, going out and fixing their nations, going out and feeding and giving their people water and food. I don't see every other nation going out, and helping our people. I see them eating and destroying our people. I don't see these Christian churches, going out and helping their people, but I see them eating off the backs of our people too. But the only men who are actually going out and not worried about themselves and worried about their own gain is the brothers here in the Isupk. That's the only brothers I see going out and helping their brothers and feeding their people, giving their people water. I mean, we're such a caring nation. We're such a righteous nation that we're going off and we're feeding these other nations too. These other nations who are homeless, the oppressors, we're going out and feeding them too. Not just our people, but their people too. And that's how we're going to show how better we are compared to all these other nations. Because the other nations, they wouldn't feed their people. They leave their people out in the dirt, out in the dry, to leave them, to leave them dry. I'm blind. I can't see. Yeah, that's true. Real brotherhood and sisterhood here is only here in the Isupk. And we show it daily. This is where you're going to get real brotherhood and sisterhood. Because right now, everybody else in the world is sitting, going somewhere, is sitting somewhere by themselves, thinking about themselves, not thinking about their brother. They're not gathered together with their people. Because if you was, you'd be here in the Isupk. But yeah, the Lord is saying that let me read it again. And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord. Let's say he's saying the Lord is saying again that the flock of his pasture are men. And that's the people. He's calling out men to rebuild the nation, not women. He's giving instructions for the men to come out and rebuild the nation, to come out and warn the people. He's giving instruction for warfare and leadership for men, not women. He's teaching men to be rulers or power over blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's teaching men, not women. For Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this is why it's so important that we learn our role, learn our purpose, so we could be able to lead our people, especially in times of need, especially in these times to come, because these times to come are going to be heavy and great, full of sorrow. That's what you see right now. Everybody's full of sorrow. Everybody's looking for answers, and the only place where you can find these answers is here in Isupk. That's the only place. You're not going to find them in your Christian church because your Christian church don't know. Your Christian pastor don't know. He confused himself. He's scared himself, but he's going to tell you to pray about it. He's going to try to hold himself together, but slowly inside he's crumbling. He's crumbling on the inside. But the spirit of the nation, or the spirit of the nation and the strength is in the men. It's in the men, not in the women, but it's in the men. It's not a job for your mama to do or your mama, or Aunt, like Aunt Kim. This is a job that's meant for men, that the Lord ordained men to do, not women. The Lord ordained men to be able to go out and be priests, to go out and help their people, to go out and be warriors, defenders, to be men of war. The Lord ordained men, not women. I'm not going to have women going out and warring and fighting the battles. Oh, but we have the men going out and sacrificing their lives for our children and our women. That's what we have, going out and sacrificing their lives to be able to protect our women, our children, the men, because that's who the Lord ordained. That's who the Lord wanted to be men of war, was the men. More importantly, the men carry the seed of the nation. They carry the seed of the nation. He continues the nation through the seed, through the children, the sperm. It's through the men. A woman carries the woman carries the man's seed, and the woman carries the seed, but she don't have the seed of her own. She carries the man's seed. So this is Romans chapter 9 and verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That seed is the inheritance from the father to the son. This inheritance from the father to the son, the sperm that the male carries, is in the nation. This is the nation. He can reproduce and grow the nation. A woman takes a seed into her body and holds, and she carries the man's seed. She holds that seed in her body. It says, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Meaning the seed of the Lord will transfer to Isaac and his son. Jacob, who is Israel, and his sons. Abram had another son called, I think, Ishmael. Yeah, Ishmael, who is the father of the Arabs. The Arabs you see today, the crazy man. But the Lord chose Isaac. He chose Isaac, but he didn't choose Ishmael. Mhm. Says Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Jacob, the black, Hispanic, and Native American, is not like any other nation. Is not like any other man. He's the former of all things. Like every great invention, every great creation, comes from Israelites, comes from us. Like anything that is made in the earth, like food, you see food, you got lights, everything. Like all the great inventions that you see on earth comes from us, comes from black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All these great inventions come from us. The cell phone, anything comes from black people, comes from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It doesn't come from all these other nations. It all comes from black people, and it's stolen from black people, black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Every great thing, comes from black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Even, taking bath and cooking, the blood out of your food, all these things come from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are clean people. We were taught to be a clean people. That's part of our culture. We are a clean people. I mean, other races of people didn't always, they didn't always cook out the blood out of their food or take baths. They didn't do that. They would go years without taking baths. And, shoot, these other nations still sometimes don't even take baths. The oppressor will go out and hunt, and he will sit there for hours or for days, weeks, not taking a bath, just in the woods, months, not taking no bath, sitting there pooping and peeing on himself, taking no bath, waiting just to get a kill of an animal. They still don't cook their food all the way today, to this day. I see some of these oppressors out here ordering blue rare. It's crazy. You just plop it on the grill for a little bit, and that's it. All that blood is still in there. They just like these other animals, how they eat their food, because our oppressors are animals. They're beasts, foul beast of the field. They're a foul beast. They eat just like the hyena or just like the lion. They'll eat their food rare with blood. They could. They probably go out and tear up a gazelle or an animal with their teeth. They just bite right into it. I mean, that's how they eat their steak. But yeah, I mean, we are the Lord's inheritance. So, I mean, meaning the penis, the rod. I mean, and the testicles, which carry the sperm or the seed that come from the men, reproduces the Lord's people into the earth. As it says, and Israel is the rod of inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Skip Proverbs chapter 8 and verse. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call. Like the Lord is calling unto men to give them instructions or to give them directions. See, look at it. In my verse, this book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. Like the Lord is calling unto men. He's calling unto men to give them directions on what to do. Give them directions so they could take leadership and authority. Contrary to what the Christian church believes, what they teach that the women should, or there should be equality, between the men and the women. Well, that's not true. There's no equality. No, there's a certain role that the Lord gave men and women to play. And that's how it should be done. How the Lord wanted it. There's not equality between men and women. More specifically, black men and women. Verse Samuel 9 and 6. No, you're teaching that men or women could, lead the congregation in the Christian church. That's most definitely not true. Yeah, you got women out here leading our people astray. And you got men out here who don't know their purpose, leading the men astray, leading our nations astray. That's why it's so important for the black man and the black woman to know their positions. The black man, especially, to know his place and to know his role and to know his purpose. Damn, it's like did I get it? Yeah, I did. All right, this is the book of First Samuel chapter 9 and verse 6. And he said unto him, Behold, now there is in this city a man of God, and he is, it's like, I ain't put out there. And he is an honorable man. All that he saith cometh surely to pass. Now let us go thither. Peradventure he can show us our way that we should go. Now in the city there is a man of God. You won't find a man or a woman of God, but it says a man of God that is in the city who will be able to lead you. You can go to for instruction and guidance, who will give you, the path of where to go, of which way, and he's going to be able to instruct you of which way to go. Just like here in the ICBK, you have men who are able to instruct you and give you guidance and counsel on what you should do. You have brothers here in the ICBK who can instruct you on how to live a better life according to this Bible, on how to be a better brother, on how to overcome fear, or how to live according to the Bible, how to do everything in the world. They teach you everything, how to live, just how to live. Brothers will teach you how to fish. You got brothers who will teach you how to treat your children. You go to these men for counsel, they're going to teach you how to do everything according to the Bible. They'll be able to lead you and guide you to the right path instead of leading you down a dark path like your Christian church, who is telling you to listen to everything your woman says, because she over here wanting to go out and give herself to the world, go out and do all the foul things that the world is doing. Oh, because she could go out and shake her tail to the world. But it's important that you listen to the men that are ordained by the Most High to be able to lead you and give you instruction on what to do. Not your Christian pastor woman or Christian pastor woman. She's not finna lead you down the right path. She's finna tell you that it's okay to eat pork and it's okay to love everybody, because that's all she wants to do is love every other nation, love everybody, and everyone be fooled. They're gonna come to her with sweet words, and she's gonna be fooled every single time. Every time. Unlike the men who know their purpose and are strong and are unmovable like rocks or like solid trees, who are rooted into the ground to be able to protect their people and know when a threat is near. But yeah, it's talking about men in the city who are men of God, not women of God. Women, that's like who are men who will be able to lead their households and everything, to lead their nation, and be able to lead their people. Because that's what we need. We need men who are able to lead their people. Look at this scripture. We need men who will be able to follow the order that the Lord ordained, the order that the Lord gave. Corinthians. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know, before I read this is the order that the Lord gave. This is the order of the household that the Lord gave for Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American men and women and children. This is the household order that the Lord set up, and He wanted it to be. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. The head of every man is Christ. Without this order that I'm about to read to you, it wouldn't work any other way. It would be straight up in chaos, just like it is today. Right now, it's in chaos because we're not in order. We don't have our households in order. We don't have nothing in order because we're not following the order that the Lord gave us. When he said before his life and death, he gave us the blueprint right in front of us, but we didn't follow it. This is the blueprint on how to live your life, on how the order of your household should be, and who is in charge. But we don't want to follow it. We want another way. We want to go a whole another way and follow after these other nations. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. Hey, the head of every man is Christ. Every man that is on the earth, Black, Hispanics, and Native American, man, your head is Christ. The man that you should be following after is Christ. That you take orders from is Christ. You're not, we're not special. We have orders in that we have a man that we have to follow. We have a head that we have to follow. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. I mean, if the man have someone to follow, surely so do the women. The women aren't special. I'm not more special than the men. If the men have someone to follow, and if Christ has a head, so do the women. They have someone to follow after too. And that's the men that the Lord ordained, that the Lord sets above them. And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is the Most High. Like even Christ himself has someone that he has to follow after, that he has to follow and take instruction from. But a lot of these women and a lot of these men out in the world think they're better than Christ. They don't need no head. That they don't need to follow after somebody. If Christ has to follow after somebody, so do you too. You have somebody, or we have somebody that we have to follow after too. We have somebody that we have to take instruction from too. But you're trying to say that you're better than Christ is, when you're not. You're no better than Christ. Because, Christ can take instruction, but a lot of our people can't take instruction. If you can't take instruction, what good are we? But the Lord sets a clear order. Like he said this order clear. He said the head of the man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is the Most High. And the children, they go under the woman. Black man reports to Christ, he reports to Christ, and it takes order from Christ. The woman, she takes order from the man. She takes orders and reports to the man. And then the children, they follow after what the mother tells them to do. And Christ, he takes order from the Most High. And that's how the order is. That's how it should go. And that's how it should be in every Black, Hispanic, and Native American household. But right now, it's not like that because we have the Christian church teaching our people that, the woman could be the head. Your children could be the head. It's all out of whack. It's all out of whack. And it's destroying our households. It's destroying our communities. Now we have broken communities because we're not in order. Like it says in, let me see. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. As for the Lord's people, children are running around, rampant. They're running around doing anything they want, going around and causing unalivings And then most of the murders and robberies and crimes are coming from children. They're done by children. They're done by children. I mean, all these crimes and the robberies and everything that's going on, the burglaries, all of it is done by children. Children, teenagers. Done by children and teenagers. You go in a black neighborhood anywhere in this city, and any time, any of night, you see children everywhere running around, causing all this, all this crimes and all these robberies, causing all this destruction. They got no parents, no adults, no supervision, nobody watching over them but themselves or other children. Nobody watching over them. No order, no ruler. They got nothing to do whatever they want. They out here doing whatever they want to do, whatever it is they want to do. Going out and unaliving, going out and doing anything they want to do. Going out and sleeping with whores, going out and smoking weed. They're doing everything and anything they want to do. I mean, they don't go to school. They have no education, none of it. They're out here fighting, unaliving each other, having sex, doing everything, committing abortions, doing it all, having nobody supervising over them. And it's like this because why? What does the scripture say? It's like this because what? It says, as for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them, because women are ruling over them. It's like this because women are in charge of the family, single parent homes. They're in charge of it. They're in charge of it. And now their children are going out and doing all these crimes and committing all these heinous acts. A woman can't control children. She can't control children or raise a household by herself. She can't raise a family without a man. So, like the sister said, we need each other. It's important that we have each other. Like, without a man's supervision and authority to keep order in the household, it's going to end up being like how it is out in the world today. Children out here going around, going crazy rampant, going out here unaliving each other, going out here and committing heinous acts, going out smoking weed, doing whatever they want to do because there's no order, nobody to correct them, nobody to stop them, nobody to put order in the household, nobody to put order or morals in their mind. Nobody. Because the woman is not going to do it. The woman is over them and she's not going to do it. She's not going to supervise them correctly. A woman cannot raise a family on her own. But that's why it's so important that we have strong men in the household, strong men to be able to raise these children, strong men and women to be able to raise up households that are strong. I mean, her sons will outgrow her and no longer fear her threats or anything. They'll no longer listen to her. They'll go off and do whatever they want to do. I mean, her daughter will no longer listen to her and want to go off and be a harlot. Go off and sell her body to the world. She'll go off and do whatever she wants because now they don't respect the mother. And that's usually how it is in the single black homes. The mothers who are single, raising their children. The children grow up disrespecting the mother. Without the father, there is no order in the house. There's no one to fear. Because the children, they don't fear the mother. As you see, they disrespect the mother until that father comes into the house, until that father comes into the room. Then they second guessing them. So they second thinking themselves like, oh no, I shouldn't mess with him. No. But this is how our households are running right now because we have no men in the household. We have no men to be there and put order in the household, and that's why we need strong men who know their role to be able to be in those households, to raise righteous children, to raise righteous families, to be able to have strong brothers to go off and start a whole nother family that is righteous, to be able to build a whole nation that is righteous. Right now, our communities are broken. And it's going to take strong men who know their role and know their purpose to be able to go and fix those communities, to be able to go and build those communities up. I mean, man, it's important that we have these strong men to be able to build our communities up. Because right now, without these strong men, our communities are down. Our communities are broken. Our communities are destroyed. As you can see outside, I mean, dang, you got children running around doing whatever they want. You got children running around controlling things. You got children. We need strong men to be able to lead our people out of this destruction. I mean, man. I mean, dang, this is because we have these women who think they can do it all on their own because of the Christian church. The woman has been taught that she can do it all by herself and be all independent by herself. She can think that all she wants, but it's not true. I mean, look at look what it's caused. I mean, look at our communities because of the woman believing and lying to herself that she can do it all by herself and be independent and raise these children on her own. And like the serpent in the garden, he told Eve that, oh, you a goddess. You can do it all by yourself. You can do it. And now he got the black woman, thinking that she can do it all by herself. That she can raise her children on her own, that she is a god. And look at what it's done now. It's destroyed our people, destroyed our nation, destroyed everybody. She's been believing this lie since the very beginning. Now look at our people. Now we destroyed because you got Christian church teaching our people. The Christian church out here teaching our women, thou art loose. Loose from what? Loose from the black man. That's what she's loose from. Once she starts going to church and talking to some of the Christian women in the church, she starts, or the preacher, she starts to lose all respect, towards her man. She starts to lose all the respect towards him. She begins to make demands and want to do things herself and give orders when that's not her position to play. I mean, she gives these orders and demands like her man should be obeying them. But not her obeying, it's like obeying her and not obeying him. When it's backwards, the woman should be obeying the man. That's how it should be, and that's how the order that the Lord put in place. Because you leave the woman to do anything, she's gonna cause her household to be destroyed. She's gonna be fooled. She's gonna let any thread inside her house and cause everything to be spoiled. That's why we can't have these Christian women out here teaching anything. You know what? We can't have these Christian women teaching our people, anything about the scriptures. We can't have these women teaching a man how to be a man. We need a man teaching a man how to be a man. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. A woman is first not to teach the Bible, and to preach or lead the man in matters of the Bible. Usurp means to take without having an actual right to do so, usually by violence or force. Yeah. How does a black Hispanic woman usurp authority over her man? How does he do that? She calls 911 to throw him out of the house. She puts him on child support. Now that's how it goes. He goes and have sex with all these other men. She uses her children as a weapon against her man. That's what you see a lot of these women doing. They use their children as a weapon against their man. I can't even see that. I can't even see that. But she takes her children away from him and uses them as a weapon against him. So you see a lot of these black women doing here in America because the oppressor gives her those weapons. The oppressor gives her those weapons to be able to go against her man, because her being fooled and not understanding that the oppressor has a goal and a mission to destroy and seek destruction for us, and is going against us to destroy our families and destroy our households, and he's using her as a weapon to do it. And she thinking that she is the ruler of the household, thinking that she can be the god and that she is the one in control, not knowing that really the oppressor is in control, that she's just listening to him. She's just like a play dummy, like a puppet, doing exactly what the oppressor is telling her to do, getting the men out the house so that now he can go in and destroy all the goods in the house and destroy it all, and trick the woman into believing that she's doing it by herself. And now look at our communities. Now our communities are broken because now the woman was fooled, and now she thinking that she can do it all on her own. Now you got these children out here doing whatever they want. Now you got these children rolling over out here unaliving and doing whatever they want to do because the woman is over them. Because the woman thought she could do it on her own. Black Christian woman will complain about the man. She'll definitely complain about the man while emasculating him, then expecting him to stay and take the abuse. Like, nah. Many cases, the father will say no to something that the mother will say yes. Uprising. Like, the one thing that I grew up with, I would always go to my mother to ask for things, because I knew if I went to my father, he would tell me no. He would tell me no. So I was always going to my mother for things because I always knew that she was going to have compassion and say yes. I knew I was always going to fool her to be able to say yes. Like, that's the mother's always going to say yes. But the father, he's going to be stern. He's going to say no. He's always going to say no. There's going to be a lot of things that he says no to that the mother will say yes to. And like the mother, she was like, yes, you can have this. Yes, you can have that. But the father, but the father is definitely going to say no. But uprising the man's authority, it's going to say yes, uprising the man's authority. And then the daughter grows up and has, sex with the entire neighborhood, doing whatever, going and getting trains run on, and gets full of STDs and AIDS and pregnancy and then abortions because the mother said yes. Because the mother let her go off and do whatever she wants. Now she's out here in the streets skipping school and gets high and gets arrested or even unalived. But that's why it's important for us to have a strong men in the household to be able to protect our children, be able to, guide them and lead them on a better path, to be able to stop them from doing those things, but to be able to stop them from going down a dark path, be able to give them correction and give them order, because that's what our people need. We need order and correction. We need someone who's going to be strong and firm to be able to lead us according to these law, statute, amendments. We need someone that's not going to fall off this Bible, to fall off of these law, statute, amendments, and that's going to lead our people down a righteous path. Let me get this scripture. 2 Timothy chapter 2. That is not it. No, that is it. Hold on. That's what it is. Right. That's what it is. So it says, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. From the beginning, God gave his laws to Adam, to rule and to put things in order, to put things in place. And then he gave Adam a woman to help carry out his orders. That's what the woman was for, to help him carry out the orders, simple and in order, to keep things in order. That's our purpose on this earth, was to keep things in order, to put things and keep things in order. But right now, as you see in the world, because we didn't follow the orders that we was given, now everything else is out of order. Now you got the whole earth mourning because we are not in order, because we are not in the place that we're supposed to be. And verse 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. From the beginning, when the Lord gave Adam to Eve, it's like Eve to Adam, the serpent deceived Adam. Not a literal snake, a dirty, gremly person. Everybody thinks a snake is, an actual snake, a talking snake, but it's an actual person. A person who only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. As in John 8, the 44th chapter, the serpent taught Eve that she could be a ruler, she could be praised. It's like I meant to say that he fooled Eve, but he taught Eve that she could be a ruler, she could be someone who could be praised, make the decisions in the household, someone who could be worshipped, someone who could observe authority. No, this is exactly what the Christian church does. This is exactly what they teach. I mean, that the Eve, that she could be this ruler and have all this power and everything, when that's not true. That she could be praised by all these different people because because of it, the entire black community and family and households are destroyed. They're all destroyed. A feminine vibe cannot represent the Most High. It cannot. A feminine vibe could not represent the Most High. This is a man, a male, a warrior spirit that represents the Most High. Nor can it lead the nation of Israel or any nation at all. This is the book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 17. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. The woman is not to be the authority or ruler. She's not. But the man is. Because the Most High ordained the man to be over the household, the man to be, to have the authority and to have the understanding. He didn't give the woman understanding. He deprived it from her. He took it from her. She has been given this homosexual, femininity, Christian, notion of equality between men and women, like which exists nowhere in the Bible. She is not equal to the man at all, period. She has a spot that the Lord, set for her, just like the man has a spot that the Lord set for him. Like the Lord has spots for every single one of us, and those are the roles and spots that we should stay in. The Lord has not given her wisdom of her own. He didn't give her wisdom of her own. She cannot see as a protector. Like, you ever see these videos where the man is going inside the restaurant and he's looking and checking and making sure everything's all right, but the woman, she over here lollygagging, worried about, la la la, in la la land, because that's how the Lord made it. That man, he's there protecting her, making sure that she's okay, making sure that nothing is there to harm or to hurt her or his family, because she is naive, just like a child, and she will always be, will always be, which is why the Lord intended for her to be under the authority of her father, and then that her father gives her to another man to take over the role that he had as a leader. And that's what it is. This new man is the husband, and she now belongs to him. She belongs to him, order and structure, and that's how the Lord wanted it to be. That's how the Lord wanted it to be. She is not free to run wild and do whatever she wants and decide who she will, she will have sex with, and until she is, number one in AIDS, number one in herpes or abortions, breast cancer, all that. And her children all die in record numbers. She is not a leader. She has no authority, from the Most High. The Most High has not given her no authority, and he is not on her side. And he is not on her side because she is out of order. You see a woman like that, he is not on her side because she's out of order. You see brothers getting out of order, the Most High is not on their side because they're out of order. When you go out of order and you go against the Most High's, the order that the Most High ordained, the Lord is not with you. The Lord is against you. When these sisters go out and do whatever they want, and doing, all these crazy things, the Lord is not with them. These sisters, they cannot run a city. They cannot, run a neighborhood or a community or a family, nation. Her role is to help the man be a ruler. She simply doesn't understand. And God hath deprived her of wisdom. He purposely withheld something from her that she will need to survive, so that she is always depending on her man. She is always depending on him, the black man, for guidance and for protection. The same way the same way children look, the same way children look to their mother for, wisdom and understanding and guidance. The way the man is to look to Christ. The way we look to Christ for guidance and understanding, the woman looks up to the man for understanding and in wisdom, just like the children looked up to the mother for understanding and wisdom. And that's how Christ looks up to the Most High. And it's a perfect order that the Most High set up. It's a perfect order that we are all to follow. Just like it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 11, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and that the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the head of Christ is the Most High. That's the perfect structure that the Most High set in place, and that's a perfect structure that we should be following. That's the perfect structure, and that's why it's important for us to follow these roles. It's important for us to do exactly what the Most High wants us to do, and to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. That's why we need strong men who know their purpose, women who know their purpose. Because without it, we were destroyed as a people. We have women out here running rampage, letting their children run out here rampage, unaliving each other. Now we look like a foolish nation who knoweth nothing. We look like a nation that's just terrible. We're now at the bottom because we're following after all these other nations. Black, Hispanics, and the Americans, it's time to build our nation up again. It's time to build our nation up. We need strong men that are going to build our nation up, that are no cowards, who are willing to give up their lives for their people, willing to give up their lives for their nation. That's what we need. That's what we need. Not some weak man who's going to fall under their woman and under pussy. We don't need men like that. We need strong men. That's what we need. That's what we need. One more scripture. Hold on. Like the scripture says, it says, Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man that the golden wedge of a fear. The Lord said, a man, he said, a man with this knowledge of the laws. So a man with the knowledge of his laws, and put this nation in order. The Lord said, a man with the knowledge of his laws to put this nation in order will be more precious than fine gold. Will be more precious than fine gold. This is what we teach men to be in the Isupk. This is what we teach men to be. More precious than fine gold, to be able to lead their people. To be men that are able to withstand pressure. Men that are not cowards. Men that are able to go out and sacrifice their lives for their people. Sacrifice their lives for their children. Sacrifice their lives for their nation. That's what's here in the Isupk. We got men that'll put their lives on the line for their people. Put their people before themselves to go and help them. That's why it's so important for us to have strong men who are more precious than fine gold. Because in the days that are coming ahead, it's going to be very important that you have a man in the household, a man to be able to lead you to the right direction. Because women that are by themselves, living in these households, trying to raise a single child, they're not going to last. You're going to have all these other men, they're gonna come in there and take all the supplies that they trying to stockpile in these last days, trying to that they need to survive. You're definitely gonna wish you had a man in these times, in these days, because in these last days is coming destruction and sorrows. That's what's coming in these last days. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, Chapter 1 West, 125th Street. Harlem, New York. This is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roll for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves over the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Maishra means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priest. Not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Do not have it, but we have. Do not have it. do know it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread right now, and then the closing is coming up this Saturday. Yeah, but if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, hat, and scarf. And that will conclude the Isupk security announcements. With that, rise. I'm in a visual imagine, which means this thing. It's like Right, when the Sar, the Panwakodam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer in the Lashwan Kodash. Abanawa, Shabbat Shema, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malafaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'rataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashama, Lutanana, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kawathna, Kasalakna, Kawathina, Walala, Tabi'ayna, Wanasawan, Abba, Harishayana, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Kamalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, Walalumi, Amen. What we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. I'm going to turn and face the front. I'm going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Oh, it's not. I'm going to visual Amajim Shabbat. Amajim, Barak, Yahal Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. Yadi Matah. We'll turn and face the sisters to give the sisters a courtesy salute. I'm going to visual Amajim Shabbat. Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahushua. Yadi Matah. Class dismissed.